Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6.
New details on the 4 U of I students' murder investigation.
We continue to mourn for the victims. We will continue to vigorously pursue the investigation and pursue justice in this case. It is a complex and terrible crime.
Today marks 1 week since the murders. Police still have no suspect and no weapon. Chief Fry says the department has received more than 600 tips and investigators have done more than 90 interviews. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Emily Bloom. Police shared limited information at the press conference 2 hours ago. Here's what we've learned about the investigation. Police say other friends, aside from the 2 surviving roommates, were at the home Sunday morning, but they didn't go into detail. They don't believe the surviving roommates, a man in the grub truck video, or the private party who drove Kaylee and Madison home are involved in the crime. They've also cleared the person 2 of the victims were calling before their murders. Police still won't say who called 911, but clarified that it was not the killer. The call came from a roommate's cell phone. And detectives are asking for all outside surveillance video taken from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. on November 13th, and they're asking for video from both businesses and homes in the radius, north and south, between West Taylor Avenue and West Palouse River Drive, east and west between Highway 95 and south to the 2700 block and the Arboretum and Botanical Garden. Detectives are requesting all available video, whether there appears to be any movement or not. Tips, pictures, and videos can be submitted to the tip line at ci.moscow.id.us, or you can call the tip line at 208-883-7180. And Xana Kernodle's cousin was out putting flyers around the community, urging the public to come forward with any information to solve the tragedy. Our Peter Troy will be live with more information at the crime scene later on in the show. And we are taking a live look out over downtown Spokane on this Sunday night. We have got meteorologist Matt Gray in studio with us. And Matt, we know that a lot of families are trying to plan around the holidays and traveling for the upcoming days.
Yeah, and it is going to be mostly good, but there is one little hiccup in our pre-Thanksgiving travel weather that we'll go over as we get later into this program. But let's get you through tonight first. Once again, it is going to be another cold one. We're down to 22 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene already, down to the teens in places like Colville, Omak, and Winthrop. And still, even though it's a lot warmer, it is still on the chilly side at this point as you head further to the south. Speaking of further south, we're seeing some fog spread across the Palouse now, slowly drifting out for the Ritzville area, drifting towards the west. I think we might see it get a little bit of fog down into the Colfax area. Not quite there, though, yet in Pullman. So that'll be something that we need to watch here as we head to the rest of the night. Not likely it's going anywhere until perhaps tomorrow and maybe even later. Now, as we continue through the night, we are going to eventually start to even out. I expect us in the metro to start evening out right about 20 degrees. Maybe we'll see drop into the teens maybe for an hour or two and then come back up as clouds begin to settle in all across our region. That's because we've got a couple of weather systems headed our way. The one here is not going to do too much except give us some cloud cover. The one after that, that is where things get a little squirrely as far as your Thanksgiving, pre-Thanksgiving travel. That I'll go into more detail on coming up.
Thanks, Matt. Raleigh police have made an arrest in connection with the death of a young girl during Saturday's Christmas parade. 20-year-old Landon Christopher Glass is identified as the driver of the parade float truck that went out of control Saturday morning. Witnesses say the driver yelled for parade goers to get out of the way, but the truck struck a member of the CC and Company dance team. Authorities have not released the name of the young victim. Glass is facing charges including misdemeanor death by motor vehicle, unsafe movement, and carrying a firearm in the parade. Raleigh's holiday parade was canceled immediately after the incident. And police say a 22-year-old man entered an LGBTQ nightclub in Colorado Springs and opened fire. 5 people were killed and 25 more were injured. He was stopped by people at the club, and according to law enforcement, the attack happened during a drag show at the club. Drag shows have been targeted in the past by anti-LGBTQ actors. The shooting is being investigated as a hate crime. Here is ABC's Zoreen Shah with the details.
A community now in mourning, remembering the victims of a mass shooting Saturday night at an LGBTQ nightclub in Colorado Springs.
Initial evidence and interviews indicate that the suspect entered Club Q and immediately began shooting at people inside.
The suspect has been identified as 22-year-old Anderson Lee Aldrich. Law enforcement officials briefed on the investigation tell ABC News he is the same person arrested in a June 2021 bomb threat incident.
At least 2 firearms were found at the scene. We are still working to identify the firearms and who they belong to, but I can confirm that the suspect used a long rifle during this shooting.
Authorities praising the actions of some patrons.
We know one or more patrons heroically intervened to subdue the suspect, and we praise those individuals who did so because their actions clearly saved lives.
It was so scary. I heard shots, broken glass, bodies.
Joshua Thurman says he was dancing when the shots rang out.
It was... How? Why?
He says some of his friends were among those killed.
This is the only LGBTQIA+ place in the entire city of Colorado Springs. What are we supposed to do? Where are we supposed to go? How are we supposed to feel safe in our environment when it just got shot up?
According to its website, Club Q hosts a weekly drag show on Saturday nights, but now the website says the club will be closed until further notice. Authorities say the suspect is currently hospitalized. U.S. attorneys say the case is being investigated as a hate crime in addition to the murder charges. Zoreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And coming up on 4 News Now, parents all know the struggle of getting your kids to bed. And a new study is revealing that more sleep means more success for young children. And hospitals are having a hard time keeping a hormone stock that's key for delivering babies. We'll explain what they're doing to work around that problem.
And Gonzaga is taking on Kentucky. They're going head-to-head here in a battle between 2 top 5 teams. We'll have a live report from Spokane Arena after the break.
And if you've been wanting warmer weather, there's good news. It is on the way, but oddly enough, it is going to bring us also a chance for snow before we finally complete that warm-up later in the week. We'll break it all down and what you need to know if you are planning holiday travel early this week. Coming up.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
4 News Now is brought to you by Kerner Furniture.
Now is the time to prepare for the unexpected winter ahead with a new Cozy Heat fireplace from Falco's. Cozy Heat fireplaces are safe, efficient, and reliable. Get $300 off Cozy Heat installation now at Falco's, 9310 East Sprague.
Oh, life, how we admire you, are deeply fascinated by you. All your twists and turns and wild rides you take us on. The ups and the downs. Life. You live inside all of us, breathing, growing, beating. You are the reason we'll always provide world-class healthcare. Providence, we see the life in you.
You can get your smile back today. At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we make high-quality tooth replacement affordable for everyone. So whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or life-changing dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can help you go ahead and smile. Click or call to schedule your new smile consultation today.
Go ahead and smile.
It's Christmas in November this week at all Cal locations in Airway Heights, Coeur d'Alene, and our new location in Spokane, where we are lowering prices on all 4-wheel drives and lifted and loaded half-ton and 3/4-ton trucks, as well as delaying all payments until next year.
Plus, we're giving away a new set of WeatherTech floor mats with every purchase. So you can get a new reliable vehicle for winter at big savings and delayed payments, and still have money left over for Christmas.
I'm sorry, sir.
You forgot this.
Wait, you...
Customer service.
Your employees work hard for you. Give them a health plan that works harder for them. From Primera Blue Cross, with more options to fit your business needs and budget. Because your employees depend on it. Find your plan at business.primera.com.
Now is the time to prepare for the unexpected winter ahead with a new Cozy Heat fireplace from Falco's. Cozy Heat fireplaces are safe, efficient, and reliable. Get $300 off Cozy Heat installation now at Falco's, 9310 East Sprague.
Save your greed!
Number 2 Gonzaga basketball is taking on number 4 Kentucky. Then the game is happening at the Spokane Arena as we speak. That's where we find sports director Julian Minnesone, who has a live update for us.
Emily, one of the big storylines heading into this game was how Gonzaga was going to respond after the loss to Texas earlier this week. Well, Gonzaga is making a huge statement right now. They're defeating Kentucky as we speak, 47-39 here in the second half. This matchup also featured 2 of the best players in college basketball. Gonzaga's Drew Timme and Kentucky's Oscar Tshiebwe, 2 big fellas who are going to be the front runners for the National College Basketball Player of the Year. Right now, Timme has 12 points, Tshiebwe has 18, but it's all Gonzaga ahead as we speak. Again, the score is 47-39 in the second half. Gonzaga is looking to avoid a second straight loss and a second loss in November for the first time since 2010-2011. Of course, we will have all the post-game sound and coverage tonight from Spokane Arena on night side there here on 4 News Now. But for now, reporting inside Spokane Arena, Julian Minnesone for News Now Sports.
And our Peter Choi has been in Moscow all day tracking down answers to the 4 U of I murders.
This incident has shaken our community, has continued to shake our community.
Early last Sunday, 4 students from University of Idaho were stabbed to death in off-campus housing.
Local businesses were canvassed in an effort to see if any fixed blade type knives may have recently been purchased. And currently, there are no suspects in custody, and we have not located a weapon.
Moscow police say the first 911 call came from the roommate's phone, but they still won't say who placed that call. The police say they don't believe the 911 caller is the killer. Detectives say Kaylee and Madison called the man multiple times before the murder. However, they don't believe the man they called early Sunday is a suspect. The police didn't say how the killing happened while 2 other roommates were sleeping at their apartment. And Moscow police also said there were other friends at the home that morning, but didn't specify when.
We do not believe the following individuals are involved in this crime. The 2 surviving roommates, a male seen at the grub truck food vendor downtown, specifically wearing a white hoodie.
Captain Lenya also talks about the online rumors.
Stop with any kind of rumors and just seek official information that comes out of the Moscow Police Department. Anything that we have that we can share from a law enforcement perspective, we will be sharing just as soon as we can.
The police say they searched 3 dumpsters on the King Road. They say they did not find any noteworthy evidence. The police says they have received more than 600 tips and conducted 90 interviews.
University of Idaho officials say they are offering students choices to either complete the semester on campus or online as the police continue to search for the killer.
All right, now we hit the weather intro. Here we go. 22 right now in Spokane, 22 as well in Coeur d'Alene. And yeah, the arena looking pretty lively as Gonzaga hopefully still holding their lead over Kentucky. It is going to be another cold night, but not quite as cold as say we were when we were waking up Saturday morning. That was frigid. Got to be down to right about 20 degrees in the metro. Still plenty of teens out there. A little bit of cloud cover moving in tonight should help moderate those temperatures somewhat and keep it from being too chilly as we're waking up on Monday morning. So here we go. Cloudy to start, a little bit of sunshine as we get into the afternoon. Then we'll be waiting as we head into Monday night for a change to warmer weather, a brief change to wetter weather, and then we go back into a calm weather pattern. But at least for tomorrow, not a whole lot of changes compared to what we have seen for the past few days. Temperatures up into the 20s and 30s at most in the afternoon. It is a busy travel week, so let's break this down before Thanksgiving. We'll talk about after when we get to that. Weather to watch: snow, wintry mix, and slick roads with this storm that's going to be coming in. That's for our mountain passes, our northern valleys in both Idaho and Washington. Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night. That is probably the time that you want to avoid doing any travel. Really, that's at about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday and beyond through Tuesday and into early Wednesday morning. Probably would try to plan something else. We will have a chance for a flurry or two tonight around Winthrop and Omak and across the Okanagan Highlands. Not expecting a whole lot out of that as we get system number 1, which really isn't much of anything to write home about. Our second one, though, this is the one that we're going to be watching. So this is noon on Tuesday, starting to see snow develop around the Met-Howe Valley and the North Cascades. We'll begin to see snow falling in places like Stevens Pass, probably a mix around Snoqualmie Pass. Then here we go. This is about 5 o'clock. To the north of I-90, it is snow. A little wintry mix in northern parts of Spokane and Kootenai counties, and we're going to start off as rain, though I do think since we're going to be having the sun set already, as we get later and later in the evening, we will flip over to snow, especially in Kootenai County. I think our computer model is doing a little bit too much warmth, trying to keep the warm air around a little bit too long. And so I do think we will end up at least a little bit of snow around the metro. Wednesday looking pretty nice. Now look, these are not big snow totals at all, but certainly a lot of folks on the road. We haven't had too many snow events so far this year, so it's always worth it to just maybe try to avoid that, if at all possible, that time frame. Tuesday night and very, very early Wednesday morning. Here's your past travel conditions. Because it is likely to be mostly rain, I'm just going to put the caution light up here for Snoqualmie. Stevens Pass, however, on Tuesday, that is probably a no-go. Lookout Pass as well. Tuesday and 4th of July Pass, we'll definitely be seeing some snow Tuesday night and then very early on that Wednesday morning. Here is your extended outlook. Pretty nice conditions on Thursday. Chilly, but not too chilly for the Apple Cup down on the Palouse. And it looks like more wet weather shows up by the time we get to this time next week.
Thanks, Matt. Well, today we're going to be soaring high over the Mackenzie Conservation Area. The area contains upland evergreen forests as well as 2 wetlands and 2 streams and springs. Let's head out there in this week's Air for Adventure.
We're at the Mackenzie Reserve by Newman Lake.
It's a big enough tract that you can get into the woods, and it's quiet back in here. And you also get a bunch of little ecosystems. On the south side, sunny side, you got the ponderosa pine, and then in the shady sides, you've got the Doug fir, and you've got some cedar in there. And then down by the lake, you got some cottonwood trees and some open meadows. So it's really a nice piece of property with all different kinds of terrain in there. It's great. In the winter, it's a good trail for cross-country skiing, miles of trail. But the other times of the year, the horses, there's enough room here to have horses in here. And it's just a great variety of walks.
And you can get down to see the lake, and that's nice.
You can also, we access it from the water and come around from Lake Newman and then come around into it that way. So it's nice.
You get up there on the walk and get a good view of the lake and watch the birds. There's eagles out here nesting.
Yeah, and there's osprey, a bunch of wild ducks, and that if you're out on the lake, it looks kind of like a turtle basking in the sun. Rock that's been sculpted when the lake was higher. There's several old beach lines, so it's got it's kind of been undercut, and it's a large rock, but it's as big as a house.
Being out in nature, you know, just being out.
Yeah, you get to slow down, and there all you hear is the whining of your dog.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
With more and more people working from home and not being as active as they used to, there's never been a better time to get back to the gym.
And Move Fitness wants to help. You can join now for around $1 a day to create a new routine for you. Join the movement.
Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning is your family-owned and operated #1 HVAC contractor in the Northwest. Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning would like to introduce our own carbon reduction program. Buy a new energy-efficient furnace from Bill's Heating and receive a matching air conditioner with installation absolutely free. No hidden fees, no conditions, no exceptions. Buy a furnace, get a free AC from Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call today for estimates and repairs.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity, using less or a lot less oral pain medicines, and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
This winter, meet the heroes of performance. Available at the Acura Season of Performance.
This winter, visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the MDX.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
People are stressed about money, and having a financial plan is the first step to kind of lifting that weight off your shoulders. Financial education is my way of giving back to the community by being able to help members in branch and getting the opportunity to go out into schools and teach kids about how to put themselves in a better position financially. There are many different ways that Numerica gives back to the community. Financial education is one of them.
In observance of the holiday, City Hall, libraries, and municipal court will be closed Thursday and Friday. For those who have their garbage picked up on Thursday and Friday, it'll be a day late. Crews will do Thursday rounds on Friday and Friday rounds on Saturday. Riverfront Park attractions will also be closed Thanksgiving, but open the rest of the week. Parking meters are free on Thanksgiving. And major retailers say their supply chains are almost back to normal, just in time for Black Friday. Walmart says it secured additional inventory of products popular from the holidays, from electronics to home appliances. The CEO of Sam's Club believes their inventory is also in a great position going into the busy Christmas shopping season. And the same is true over at Target, where in a reversal from a year ago, the retailer is able to roll out deep holiday discounts once again. The empty shelves some stores had over the last 2 holiday seasons may be a thing of the past. Retailers say demand will be the main constraint on sales this season, not the availability of products as was the case during the pandemic. And hospitals across the nation are having trouble keeping up stock of a hormone used to deliver babies. They are reporting a shortage of oxytocin, manufactured under the brand name Pitocin. Healthcare providers use the drug to induce labor and to prevent hemorrhaging in delivery. One of its major manufacturers says it is trying to manage production delays, pointing to a backlog of testing for active ingredients. The drug producer is also reporting limited supply due to increased demand. The Food and Drug Administration says it is working with oxytocin manufacturers in monitoring the situation. And getting your kindergartner to bed isn't always easy, but sleep may set them up for success. Here's ABC's Justin Finch.
Transitioning to kindergarten can be challenging for kids, but a new study shows that more sleep can greatly impact adjustment. Researchers from Penn State found that 10 or more hours of sleep is linked to better outcomes, especially in school. Kindergartners who got 10 hours of sleep may experience better learning engagement, academic outcomes, social and emotional experiences, and more. It's important to note naps don't count towards that 10 hours of sleep, as the sleep must be consistent to be beneficial. Getting your child in a routine of sleeping 10 hours every night will help establish a pattern and make bedtime a little easier. Be sure to talk to your child's doctor if you have questions or concerns. With this Medical Minute, I'm Justin Finch, ABC News.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Cal Superstore in Airway Heights.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. Oh, creamy ranch. Oh, melty Swiss. Oh, roasty beef. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
Celebrate 25 years of magical memories at Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show. Make your holiday bright with a stay at your favorite hotel on the lake.
Bi-Mart's Black Friday sale starts Tuesday. Watch for our latest savings book arriving in members' mailboxes this week. From great gift ideas to Christmas decor to holiday baking essentials and more. You'll find 16 pages of store-wide savings. Start saving Tuesday at your neighborhood Bi-Mart or online at bimart.com. Our employee owners are bringing you more savings and more value every day this holiday season. Bi-Mart, where your membership matters.
In therapy, there is promise. Each step forward is an achievement and a gift of hope. And at each hurdle, an encouraging hand. Joya, every child is limitless.
You didn't choose cat allergies, your hairline, or that thing when your knee just gives out for no reason. But you can choose your doctor who will care for all the things you didn't choose. Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. Now that is a buffalo chicken sandwich. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
We got a little bump in the road on Tuesday with some rain and snow, but after that, that is a pretty good looking forecast. And for the first time in forever, we're going to have average November temperatures. It is going to feel like shorts weather, the way things have been.
People are certainly going to appreciate that, Matt.
Oh yeah.
Well, Mariah Carey can call herself the Queen of Christmas, but she can't own the title. The singer lost her bid to trademark the phrase with the U.S. Trademark Trial and Appeal Board. Fans gave Carey the title because of the popularity of her 1994 holiday hit song, All I Want for Christmas Is You. She then applied for exclusive rights to Queen of Christmas, Princess Christmas, and QOC, but fellow holiday music singer Elizabeth Chan asked the board to block Carey's trademark attempt. Ultimately, the board sided with Chan, who says there is more than one queen of the holiday. Fair enough. And I'm actually not familiar with that second artist there. Gonna have to listen to her music.
Wait till Friday, please.